But Cyborg turned into got metal parts because of an injury. I think androids are just like body enhancements that look like human beings, but actually robots, and cyborgs are actually, you can actually see the metallic, like the robot arm and everything. Does that mean from Ed from Full Metal Alchemist is a cyborg? Nah. Is it? God, that makes me think about how the cyborg arm actually works. It's supposed to link to your central nervous something? I don't know. Oh, okay, okay, go just one hit. Please don't hit me. No, 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 don't you run away from me, don't you run. There we go. One slice. You know, I wanted a white liver? I took its liver! And it runs away. Okay. Can I still get Kelby? I remember the most powerful weapon in the game is the Kelby bow. Just because slime is OP in this game. Yeah, I remember slime was just OP, overpowered. In future games, it's called Blast Bomb or something. Blast, or something like that. And it was nerfed so many times. It was nerfed in 4. It was nerfed in 4 Ultimate, and then I think it was kind of more nerfed in Generations. I should tell you about what status effects are. There are like 5 different status effects. One is sleep, makes you fall asleep, of course. 2 is poison, which you take, um, of course, damage over time. And then there's stun, which is it freezes you. It's not as worse as sleep, because sleep is like a 6-second stun basically. And ice. I forgot about ice. Frozen. You can be actually frozen into a snowball, and the only way you can knock out is cleanser. Oh, I forgot about mud. Was there mud in 4 Ultimate? There were webs. Kongala can't cover you in poop. Oh yes, poop was a thing. I forgot about that. I don't think they bring Kongala in this game, but man, it was so annoying to get poop on by that freaking monkey. It is a monkey. Apes have no tails. Monkeys, yes, there's a difference. Monkeys have tails. Apes don't. That's how you can tell. Like from a bug, from arachnid. Actually, I guess my friend Brett says that spiders and insects are still the same. I don't. Arachnids are insects or bugs. I can't justify him. Like anything I say, do this and or something like that, and I give him like pointers on why it does something like that, and he's like, but why? I mean, like, no, she doesn't. He didn't say about why, but he's just like, oh, but that doesn't make any sense. I just like, how does that make any sense? Like the time when I talk about Sergeant Hammer, how he can do damage over time, and keep saying like, oh, they just focus target you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have a push and a slow with the tracker spiders and everything. There's an escape. Use that to your advantage. Spiders behind, get your like push forward thing, and then shoot. If they target you, just run away with Z, and just don't get caught. It's mostly MOBAs that you just don't get caught. That's the thing. It's whether you don't get caught or you tank through the damage, or then if you don't do like if you die from both of them, then you get flamed by your toxic teammates. Which is why I'm taking a break from League of Legends again. Because I'm still frustrated at Lucian mid. Okay? Against a Malzahar. Like, I don't. He just puts a dot on you and then it's just done. If you don't know about League of Legends, that's good. I say, don't. When you see Lily Pichu or some saying that League of Legends is awesome and everything, what am I searching for? 8 red cores. When Lily Pichu or some other famous League of Legends like Dyrus or something like that, like, be precautious. because they're just doing it for like an easy cash grab, and who wouldn't want an easy cash grab? I would do it. I would say all the good stuff about League of Legends, but there's so many bad parts about League of Legends. The community is terrible at most. Like, you will find at least two people on your team or two people on the other team, or like you have to be really lucky. It's not going to happen all the time, but there's always going to be a person that just hates your guts for something um, for something that you can't or will. I'm trying to express this, trying to find for sunken treasure or something, but there's always going to be a person that's going to hate your guts in League of Legends. There's always going to be a kid that's going to say, hey, you're a kid, and even though you're not a kid, and you try to prove it that you're not a kid, still, it doesn't matter. Like, don't give in to the toxicity if you ever join League of Legends. It's really bad. Especially in rank. Rank is, like, dumb. You ever try to escape bronze? I try to escape bronze, but I can't because, like, I fail my promotions, basically, with a Lucian mid, and I'm just like, wow, I just can't take it anymore. Call me rage quitter, call me like a giver upper or loser or bronze player. It's like I tried my best. I was in bronze 1, right? And I got promoted once, and I went all the way to bronze 5 in one sitting. And I was like, wow, I can't wait to get out of bronze and go to silver, because that's what I was gonna plan to do, is just get out of silver. Until Lucian mid happened, and I'm just totally like, he blamed me through that entire game. And he just, like, after he started losing lane to Mazahar mid, he just stayed in base, which was the most frustrating thing. It's like equivalent to, like, if let me make this example. So Call of Duty is the most simple first-person shooters, or the most basic thing, and just say there's rank in the matter, like it tests your skills and everything. Just picture that one guy that didn't do anything because you let him down because you didn't capture point A with him, or capture point B with him, and now he's just like in base, just sitting around doing nothing, and he's like, oh, just let them give up. And it's like, even though it's your promotions and everything, and it's just heartbreaking, to be honest. They never tell you how heartbreaking League of Legends is. Like, don't be fooled by the cute voice Lee Pichu is. I'm sorry, Lee Pichu, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. You gotta talk about the community. You gotta talk, like, if you're going like review League of Legends, you gotta talk about the toxicity, the warnings, the threats, and the scripters and everything. You gotta warn these guys. Anyone who plays League of Legends, or you want to let them play League of Legends, you gotta warn them how toxic it is. Because once they get into that shit, right, it sticks with you. It kind of like, you can't believe these kind of people. You try to play a fun game, you can't play a fun game. Like, I try a new champion that I don't even know what it does, and you can get flamed on it. You can get banned for it. For a thing that you don't even know. There are things like that. And you can play bots, yes, that's the true fact. But there's a difference between bots and real people. Real people can actually do what bots can't do, is an if. What if kind of possibility. What if I do this? What if I do that? AIs don't have this what if ability. They just do what they're programmed for. Like, if they're programmed just to go mid, they will just go mid. But for a human being, right? They can just like, hey, what happens if I can go mid, top, and bottom, or jungle, or get minions as much as I can? But robots don't do that. That's the difference. And you want to test your skills, but you can't even test your skills because you'll get flame on if you just don't know the character. Like, one time I played Karthus for the very first time. I don't even know what he does. His Q was kind of like, I don't even know the thing about. I was missing CS. It was a blind match. And I just get flamed on it. And I probably almost got, like, banned for, like, 7 days for feeding. Like, I wish you can just play for fun in League of Legends. And you can play for fun in draft too, and people can be serious in rank, but you're never gonna have those people. I mean, you're never gonna have mostly those kind of games, and people can take a win or a lose, which is kind of sad. That's a kind of bad sportsman. Like that's why I like to play board games like Warhammer 40K or, if I want to, I would like to play Magic the Gathering again because I went to the community. I go to the community game closet. Here somewhere in this place, and the community is really nice. They always give me tips every time there's a defeat or loss. They give me a handshake and do I have enough? I better have enough. Okay, I got 8. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm just like making playthroughs now. Is that I'm tired of these toxicities and old PvP things. No one wants to have fun. Everyone wants to win. No one wants to experience new things. Like if I see a person that's new to a hero, I don't say anything in blind or draft because I don't know if those people are actually new to the champions. I don't say anything to that because if I say something like you suck or something like that, why would you call your teammates they suck and garbage in the first place? You want to tell you just like two things. Don't do anything, don't say anything, because they know what they do. They know what they're doing. Obviously. They know that they're losing lane. And if they just don't like discomfort them like how much they suck and everything. That's the thing. Like I motivate people sometimes in League of Legends. It's like, hey, you're doing bad, but things happen, okay? Things happen. At least you're trying your best. At least you're not like Lucian Mid who stayed AFK in base all game and complain about the situation, and he could have been doing something, But, I don't know. It's just my opinion. This is what YouTube is, right? Expressing your opinion, right? That's my opinion right there. That, you can't have what you want in PvP. Even the age restriction, it doesn't really matter because there's always going to be kids who buy games for their mom and they don't even act like their own age. I mean, God, when I went back to Call of Duty, right? Let's see how many mushrooms. Can I harvest honey? No, still blue mushrooms. Okay, I'll just harvest herbs, I guess. But yeah, in Call of Duty, I hear kids cuss all the time now. I didn't learn how to cuss, or my mom hated me when I cussed at the age of like what, age of 8, and I hear like 8-year-olds like cussing with their moms basically in Call of Duty. I guess cussing lost its value throughout the years, but Jesus, like. Showing a kid like who's 8 years old playing Call of Duty. I never played Call of Duty as a kid, to be honest. I waited in my teenage years where I kind of know kind of thing. Video games are video games, right? I don't have the sensation where I could like shoot out like and blame it on Call of Duty because why? If you have Call of Duty, why would you play video games, to be honest? If you play Call of Duty to kill things, right? To have the imagination and fantasy about it, right? Stick that to the, video game. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm kind of saying something gibberish or something like that. I'm sorry. I know my things don't make sense when I speak like this, but I just hate when kids who blame video games because of their violence. It doesn't make sense to me because why would you do it in real life if you can just do it in video games? See what I'm saying? I hope you see what I'm saying. Like, video games is not like the main target. It's mostly emotional problems like the grudges in school. I know that feeling because I was a nerd in school. Everyone used to like copy answers from me because I was like the Asian. Like, or people would say like, oh, my favorite thing is like, are you Japanese or Chinese or Korean? And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Philippines," and they're like, "Oh, where's the Philippines?" Yeah, I said it's just below Japan, and they're like, "What's below Japan?" I'm just like, "I fucking told you, it's freaking Philippines." And they're like, "Oh, see, that's why you're smart." And I'm like, "What the, what?" It's like, but I don't want to be mean. I was a gentleman. I'm always like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, if you hit me, right, I would say, "I'm sorry." I was really nice back then. I was a polite, fat, nerdy kid who, uh, who just wants to have a good time in school, right? I found my friends. It's really cool. I still like my friends to this day. I hope none of them backstab me, or if they did backstab me, right? I hope they don't twist the knife, metaphorically. Like, don't make it even worse as it is. But none of my friends backstab me. Hopefully, I will hate that for the rest of my life if they do. But yeah, I was like an Asian Filipino nerd who liked video games, and I got treated poorly by the like jocks because just because they played football and they had the right to redo their tests, like I couldn't redo my test. It was stupid because like if a jock was not able to pass the test or something like that, he couldn't do the games or anything, which is like their punishment, their own fault, right? Like they didn't even study. That's their thing. But when they needed the redo, they get the redo, and I don't get the redo. And the worst thing is that they copy question answers from me, and they kept like, ooh, okay, something bad's gonna happen.